this Santa Fe is now Santa Flawless.
Here we have this brand new 2026 Hyundai Santa Fe. In this video, we're going to be doing our full front paint protection film, plus protecting the A-pillars, partial roof, full surround window tint, as well as the sunroof.
We are Fort Worth Auto Detail, your one-stop shop for PPF, window tint, and ceramic coating. We are the exclusive installer in Gtechniq in all of Fort Worth, and with over 250 5-star reviews, if you have a new vehicle you're looking to get protected, we'll take care of you.
We're going to be doing ceramic window tint on this vehicle. Now, this vehicle actually had the front 2 windows tinted from the dealership. However, something happened with this window. This window had to be completely replaced. Since this window had to be completely replaced, he just decided, let's go ahead and use a high quality film. Again, like I've said in previous videos, buy the car from the dealership. Don't worry about tinting or PPF from the dealership. Obviously, these back windows are going to be slightly darker. Now, this is just darkened glass, okay? This is from the factory, but it does nothing for heat rejection. So especially in Texas, obviously we're going to recommend ceramic film, because ceramic film is going to cut down on that heat that you feel. Now, if you like the look of the darker kind of two-tone from the front to the back, great, you can still keep that. But again, dark doesn't equal heat rejection. So we're going to be doing ceramic window tint all the way around. Plus, this actually has 2 different sunroofs, which is great for letting light in. But we don't want the heat coming in. So some people will say you can't tint the sunroof. Our guys have some of the most experience in the entire country. They've never seen an issue with it. I've never seen an issue with it. I've talked to some of the biggest shops in the country. I'm personally not concerned about that. And again, it's another area where a ton of light is coming through. And if you have something like that, that also means a ton of heat's gonna be coming through. So we wanna get all of this protected. And then, yeah, I think the window tint is just gonna give it a really nice touch and really kind of tie all that look in together. So we're gonna get this thing all protected and get it taken care of.
Here you can see Darren cutting out the tint on these custom pieces of glass that we had done. These are massive 8-foot by 10-foot install boards that ensure quality. Next, we're gonna go ahead and get the windows all prepped. Big part of window tint as well as PPF is just a clean environment and a clean install surface. So our film department is completely separate from our wash bay and from our detail department and from our coatings department. We also have filtered air to really try and help cut down on the risk of dust and anything like that. Then you can see Darren's going to shrink the film, and then we're going to go ahead and get started installing here. High quality window tint should be very clear. Again, what we're going for is, very few bubbles, if any, and very few little dirt nibs or dust, hair, anything like that, if any. Now, a perfect installation can be fairly difficult, although Darren hits it almost 99% of the time. And here you can see him installing the sunroof, which is actually quite difficult. The larger the piece of film, the more difficult it is to maneuver and handle and manipulate. This also being at the angle is quite challenging. But again, really nice, solid install. Super happy with how this came out.
So our full front is going to be the front bumper, the 2 front fenders, the hood, and the mirrors. Now, this client has optioned on the A-pillars, partial roof, and this vehicle has a ton of black trim pieces. Now, typically, anytime you get PPF, a standard full front package is going to protect any of the painted pieces. Now, typically, the trim pieces are not included, but it absolutely makes sense if you want to get those protected. But due to the complexity and the custom nature of these, that is an additional charge. We're also going to be taking care of these headlights and that massive light bar going across the front, which I think actually looks really good, but again, obviously we want to get that protected. We're going to wrap all of our edges wherever possible. And also we're going to protect these A-pillars here. This kind of black piano trim, it absolutely makes sense to put PPF on these. Yes, you can polish them, you can ceramic coat them, but they just scratch so easy, they show so much. So why not put film on it that's self-healing, that's going to be way more durable. And then we'll do a partial roof strip running all the way across there. We'll probably cut that line right with the sunroof. So yes, there's going to be a line there, but it's going to be very, very difficult to see. This client, obviously this is a brand new car. He actually had his previous car for, I believe he said 10 years. And 10 years ago he had PPF put on, and he said he had no issues with it. It was fantastic. Which shout out to whoever did that install 10 years ago, because PPF technology has come a long way. And 10 years ago it definitely wasn't what it was today. But again, today it absolutely makes sense, especially for a brand new vehicle. So yeah, we're gonna get this thing protected and get it going.
So here you can see Darren laying down this hood, and we're gonna go ahead and be installing. Typically we are gonna work top to bottom when installing film. Also, this can be very difficult. There's a lot of little aspects going on here that you might not be able to see. So one, your tack and slip solutions have to be absolutely correct. So tack is going to be allow the film to really lay down, and then your slip solution, as it might sound, does exactly the opposite. Really allows the film to glide. Also, the pressure on the squeegee is incredibly important, and the angle at which you squeegee as well. So these are all little things that come with 18 years of experience that Darren just makes look super easy. As you just saw there, cutting on the vehicle, again, takes a very steady hand and a very consistent pressure. You do not want somebody who's inexperienced with PPF cutting on your vehicle, because there is the slight risk that you cut through, but as long as you have experienced hands, that's not going to happen. And then as you just saw, wrapping all the edges, any chance we get, we are always going to wrap our edges. It just makes for such a cleaner install and such a better result. And then here you can see the A-pillars and the partial roof being done. That does not come standard with our full front, but it is the most common add-on that we have to our full front, which makes sense because it is still forward-facing. So if you want everything that's forward-facing protected, again, it's a great add-on. And then, of course, something that is included with all of our full fronts is going to be the headlights. And in this particular vehicle, that massive light bar, because we want to make sure that those are protected. That's going to protect it from rock chips, yes, but also from fading, yellowing, oxidizing. That way in the future, you'll never have to really restore those headlights, and those are always going to be crystal clear there for you. All right, now that all the PPF is installed, we're going to go ahead and put a ceramic coating on top. We are the only Gtechniq installer in all of Fort Worth, so of course we're going to be applying Gtechniq Halo. Halo is a PPF specific ceramic coating, so yes, you could use something like Crystal Serum Ultra, but Halo bonds a little bit better to the substrate of PPF. Halo is going to be rated at about 2 to 3 years, depending on how you maintain your vehicle and also obviously how you drive your vehicle and frequency and things like that. So it's definitely not going to be quite as long as some of the more robust ceramic coatings. However, it's going to give you great slickness, that ease of maintenance, does give you some really good gloss and pop. Again, the PPF's primary job is protection from rock chips there, and the coating's primary job is really to give you that gloss, pop, and ease of maintenance. So a lot of people think that they are mutually exclusive when they are not. They work super well together, and one of our most popular options is to PPF the front of the vehicle while ceramic coating the back of the vehicle. The same rules are still going to apply with Halo as other ceramic coatings. So ideally you want to keep it dry for about 24 hours and then do not wash it for the next week. That's going to allow that coating to fully cure. After that, all you got to do is wash it, just maintain it, and it'll take care of you.
All right, so we are all wrapped up on this brand new Santa Fe. Again, we did our full front paint protection film, plus A-pillars, plus partial roof, and then we also ceramic coated everything. So again, so we've got the bumper, the fenders, the hood, the headlights, the mirrors, and then that's everything on that comes standard on a full front. And then this client also optioned on the A-pillars and the partial roof. A couple of unique things about this. This vehicle has this giant light bar going across that. We also put PPF on that so that that's going to stay protected. The particular tricky part was all these black trim pieces. Again, it came out fantastic. You can't really see any of the lines. All of these are going to be protected. In particular, these pieces were very difficult because they are a little bit slanted, a little bit sloped, versus some of the other these that are a little bit more straightforward. But still, it took a lot of work to get all this to where it's at. Super proud of the guys. Again, this is some of the best work you're ever gonna see in the country. I've been to Atlanta, I've been to Chicago. I've seen a lot of installers, and this is really quality work. And then same thing with the A-pillars. Anytime you've got this piano black, 100% recommend PPF. PPF has a little bit of a masking ability. And these get scratched up so easy. So again, yes, we can correct them, we can coat them, but just put PPF over them. It's gonna make your life so much easier. And then the partial roof. So again, it's front facing. So just in case a rock ever comes up this high, this is gonna be protected. And again, there's a very slight line right here, but it's very, very subtle. And our guys actually pushed it back a little bit. So again, pretty much everything front facing is gonna be protected. This film comes with a 10-year warranty. Now also on top of that, we did Gtechniq Halo. Halo is a PPF specific ceramic coating. So what that's gonna do is that coating is gonna bond really, really well to the PPF. We are the only Gtechniq installer in all of Fort Worth. And so yes, you can do something like Ultra, which is Gtechniq's kind of flagship product. But again, we wanna make sure the coating that we're using bonds particularly well to that substrate. And Halo is fantastic. Again, that way, it's gonna make cleaning this PPF that much easier. And yeah, this vehicle is gonna be ready to go and ready to tackle anything on the road that comes at it. So thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos.